what? Like shut down.
Oh, I know what
Remember that face that he made? Similar face. Alright, number 1, here we go.
Is that a great way to start off the video?
It is. Alright, axis of symmetry. That's what we're finding first. And that is the invisible line that does what?
Up and down. Oh.
Cuts in half. Good. Take a point. And it does go up and down. And remember, your formula is the opposite of B divided by 2 times A. Now, how do we know what B and A are? Yesterday we talked about if our quadratic has to be in standard form. And standard form is y equals ax squared plus bx plus c.
Yeah, baby.
So the opposite of B means whatever this number is, you take the opposite of it. Like if it was 6, what's the opposite of 6?
3.
Negative 6. Jesus, take the wheel. If it's negative 5, what's the opposite of negative 5?
Oh, my bad, 2.5.
Positive.
There is something wrong with you. Alright, step 2. We find our vertex. Now, what is the vertex of a quadratic? Highest or lowest point, right? And how do we find that? No. But that's a good try. Thank you.
Take a point?
Yes. No. So you plug in x to the equation, and it's going to give you a coordinate. Your x value of your vertex is always your axis of symmetry, and we talked about that yesterday. And the last thing that we're going to find is our y-intercept, which is the easiest one to find. Your y-intercept is always c. So whatever your constant is, that's your y-intercept. Are you guys ready?
No. Alright.
You think this is going to last me the rest of the year?
Yeah. Alright, first one that we're going to do. We're going to graph our quadratic by using all of this. And it's y equals x squared plus 6x plus 4.
Looks like a normal trinomial.
It is, but instead of factoring, we're graphing. I wasn't getting on to you. Why did you take that as I was yelling at you? Okay, so now the first thing we do is we find our axis of symmetry. And our formula is opposite of B divided by 2 times A. Now this quadratic is in standard form, and the reason I know that is because it looks like ax squared plus bx plus c. Magic. Didn't get it in this one. Like if it had 4 over here, and it said 4 equals x squared plus 6x, I'd subtract 4 and move it that way. I do, I like to party. Now, what is B here?
That was 6x.
And what's the opposite of 6?
Positive. I'm at negative 6.
Alright, negative 6 divided by 2 times what? What's in front of x squared? 1. Yep. Which is a negative 3. That's our axis of symmetry. Dun, 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 dun. No, it's not. Step 2. What is negative 6 divided by 2?
Negative 3. You're welcome. Take a point.
Alright, so step 2. We're going to take this x value and we're going to plug it into our equation because we need to get our vertex. And this is the x coordinate of our vertex. So everywhere we see an x, we're going to plug in negative 3. Is everybody ready? We're going to write y equals negative 3 squared plus 6 times what?
Negative 3.
plus,
-3.
no, thank you. Sweet baby Jesus.
I bet.
Yeah, that's what we're doing. So we're plugging it in to work it out to get our y value.
Okay.
Alright, so what is -3 squared?
+9.
Alright, what's 6 times -3? What's 9 minus 18? -9 plus 4 is?
5 negative.
Now, you have to write this as a coordinate. What is the x value of this coordinate?
-3.
-3, and your y value is?
-5.
Dun, 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 dun.
Whoa, we didn't take a point for that. We just did that kind of fast. Yeah.
What is the last step? Find your y-intercept. And our y-intercept is always what? So what's our y-intercept here?
4.
Look at us go. And what is, it's a coordinate. So what is the x value of your y-intercept? 0. Take a point.
Will it always be 0?
Yes.
Say no.
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 No. Stop. It is recording. All right. All right. Draw your coordinate plane. It looks like this. Now, the reason mine is moved, my y-axis is moved this way is because I have to go left 3 on my x. Okay, now, do you see how we found it in a particular order? We went pink, blue, yellow. Okay, so if you didn't have colors, I want you to write 1, 2, 3 beside those, like I did. And you graph it in that order.
Oh, I did it.
You graph it in that order.
Isn't it cute?
Yes, it's beautiful. You did a great job. We're going to graph x equals -3 first. So you're going to go left 3. Now, is that a point or is that my axis of symmetry? Do not put a point.
That's right.
All you do is draw a vertical dotted line. Do not put a point. Then it's wrong.
Wait, what are you supposed to do for the dash line?
You just draw that.
-3, -5.
Now we're going to plot -3, -5.
Oh, that was 0.
Honey, wait. Breathe. We go pink, blue, yellow. Alright, so now we're going to plot our vertex. So we go left, 1, 2, 3, down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Over 3.
It's not over.
Left.
And then what's the last thing we plot? 0, 4. So I go up, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, what do we know about a quadratic? What do we know about the graph of it?
It's a U.
It's a U, which means it's what on both sides? It's the same on both sides. So if this point is 3 units away from my axis of symmetry here, it's going to have to go 3 units away this way. Reflect the yellow point, or whatever color yours is.
Wait, what?
Do not move the vertex. Reflect the yellow point.
What's that long yellow, I mean the long purple line? What is that?
Axis of symmetry.
What's the axis of symmetry?
Oh.
No, I know what it is, but what is it in this look like?
We haven't.
Oh,
done
negative
it.
3, 1, 2, 3. Okay.
All right, now, do we connect it as a U or a V? A U. What, darling?
How did you get yellow?
How did I get yellow? What do you mean? What part?
Number 3. 0, 4.
Right here. It's always this number. All right, now, my question for you is, how do we know before graphing that this is going to open up?
Oh, it splits right in between.
Because the axis of symmetry is negative.
No, before we do any of this, if I looked at this and said, how do you know that this graph is going to open up?
Oh, it's x squared is positive.
X squared is positive. Both of you take a point. If x squared was negative, how would it open? All right? Una más, then tarea. And maybe dos más. All right, y equals negative 2x squared plus 10x minus 3. Now, looking at this graph, how is this one going to open? I mean, looking at this equation. Down. Why?
Because x is negative.
X squared is negative.
X squared is negative. Good.
Squared is negative.
Or you could just say that A is negative. But good. Take a point. All right. What is the first thing I have to find?
You gotta find x is
And Aaron, Aaron, what is the equation for my axis of symmetry? Good. Take a point. All right. What is my B here?
10.
And what's the opposite of 10? Divided by, ham sandwich.
Negative 2.
Change this to a 16.
Wait, why couldn't that not work?
Because it's going to give us a decimal and I don't want to deal with that right now.
Number is negative 2. You have like a calculator built in your head. Take a fly.
Do I have a calculator built in my head? As in a brain?
I don't know. Is it a brain?
Alright, so negative 16 divided by 2 times negative 2. Now, where did I get this negative 2 from?
Negative 4. We know what positive.
Guys, the question was, where did I get this negative 2 from? Because it's in front of x squared, it's A. Good, both of you get a point.
I said that.
Both of y'all take a point. Both of y'all.
Alright, what's negative 16 divided by negative 4?
4.
Does everybody see where we got 4 from?
Wait,
Is that what the pink is on our paper?
Yes.
Or is that what number 1 is? Fantastic.
Take a point. You got negative 2 again.
Baby, it's right here.
Wait, no. There's 2 things.
Our formula is 2 times A.
Oh, that is this one right here. Okay, yeah, we're good. Sorry.
Alright. Step 2 is what? Alright, so we're going to plug 4 into our equation. So we're going to take these, and we're going to plug it in right here. And you're going to stop talking while I'm teaching. She did say stop talking while she's teaching. Alright, so it's negative 2 times 4 squared plus 16 times what?
4.
Minus?
3.
Good. Oh, this is going to be giant. Dumb.
It's 20. It's 29.
So you got negative 32 here, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Plus
64.
minus.
3.
Okay. So then that gives me positive 32 minus 3, which is 29.
Yes.
And so my coordinate is 429.
Oh, that's a big egg.
Dumb.
I'll take 4.
No, you won't. Alright, and what is my y-intercept, which is our last step?
It is negative 3.
What's the coordinate? 0, negative 3. Alright, are we ready?
Yeah.
We're graphing it. Very carefully.
How many lines is
Just grab one like 5.
We're going to do it by 2s.
We just go by 20.
You going to go by 3s?
Yeah.
That'll work.
It's going to be icky, but we can go by 3s. Alright, so let's go by 3s on our y-axis, and we'll do it by 1s on our x. Why are you such a baby? So you're going to blame your mom? Your mom is awesome, so I wouldn't blame her for you being a baby.
Oh, you just love when you're out like in public and get cussed out. Yeah, me too. That happens to me a lot. What?
And my dad.
Me too, and I'm 31.
You know why? My mom threatened to beat me.
My dad doesn't make me try.
I can see that.
My dad don't
Maybe Steven.
Hi. I'm so excited that all of this is on the video. In your senior year, when you're running across did you say you don't watch these?
I don't.
Cool. That explains a lot.
I have a 7
That explains a lot.
I'm doing my work. I gotta, hey, I don't have the worst grade.
That's true.
That is true. See?
Alright, so
I'm paying attention.
4 is our axis of symmetry. So is it on the x-axis or the y-axis?
X, Y,
X.
X.
It's the X, right?
But the X. Wait, so.
It's the X.
Well, he's trying to be
See, I
smart.
know what I'm talking about.
You gotta go papa.
Oh.
Did everybody do that? You should have already done that.
Wait, hold on, please.
Okay. Stop.
He just said duh so many times. Is that like
Thank you for letting me know. Alright, so why did I put a vertical line at 4?
That's the axis of symmetry.
Why did I not put a point there?
Because that's bad. You told us that's bad.
Okay, you said they get the wrong answer.
Alright, where is my vertex at?
4.
429.
Hey, that's my birthday.
Aww, that's so.
Let's see
your birthday. What do you want for your birthday?
Y'all to behave?
No one's happy.
You weren't here.
Aww. Miss Asper, you know what I think?
Alright, and what's the last thing that we need to plot?
Y-intercept.
Alright, now, do we move the blue dot or the yellow dot?
Both. The yellow dot.
We only move the yellow. And the yellow is 4 units away this way. So how many units am I going to move to the right for my next point? 4.
It's kind of cool, though. It's an upside down.
It is. It's a mountain.
Oh.
And how did we know that it was going to be a mountain to begin with? Because A was negative. Alright, Tarea.
What does that mean?
You're going to have 2 problems.
Yay.
And instead of writing them down on a piece of paper tomorrow or turning them in, we're going to check them ourselves, and you're going to write it on a sticky note like we did today.
Ooh, I feel like I'm a bomb. I think I'm gonna do very well.
I'm gonna do so great.
See. 5. Go back to somewhere X squared. 14x minus 16.
Alright, 2 problems. Yep.
It's
Get ready and go.